We are currently in the premises rehearsal studios where we've spent quite a lot of time in Hackney. I guess it's a quite important place for us.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess a lot of songs from the album were born here, or some of them were. I don't know, it's just a big room. They're just nice rooms and friendly people, really, and they do some good hummus and
Nice
cafe.
yeah.
And it's just kind of a nice environment in London, as opposed to there's some rehearsal rooms around here which are similar to scenes from Hostel, which this place is not one of.
I had no cares in the 1990s. I knew of no downfalls. The war was breaking out all around me. My concerns were with prank calls. She kissed me on the cheek, she kissed me on the cheek, right in front of the older kids. When our self-belief wasn't scarred by the modern age.
1996, which we're kind of in the middle of trying to figure out how the hell we're going to play that for you, but it seems that we are.
We've never actually played that one before in an acoustic setting, so but we're always up for a challenge and we're going to give it our best shot.
It's just a spark, a smile, this little ear to miss.
It's quite a nostalgic song, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about growing up, really.
Most people can relate to that, I reckon, as well.
Yeah, you would have thought so. Not many people grow backwards.
No.
So hard to be those teenage kids. Bring back 1996.
Yeah, I think whenever we do acoustic versions of songs, we always try and make it as interesting as possible and gives us a chance to present the song in a different way, and maybe like I know our mums all seem to like some of the acoustic versions.
It's refreshing, I think, even with songs that you played live probably hundreds of times.
As I urged it on to grow, I kissed her on the cheek, I kissed her on the cheek just to impress the older kids.
We kind of toured before the album came out.
We went to Moscow and Poland, Czech Republic, and we're going to Romania, Slovenia,
Slovakia.
and loads of places in the States.
'Cause now it feels like we kiss with one.
That becomes our reality for... We're going to pack our suitcases for 77 days in a row in the next few weeks. We just had 2 weeks off recently, and I haven't had a proper holiday for like about 7 years, so I just had 5 days in Menorca and literally went on a beach and read a book, and it's so nice to actually feel relaxed.
Stop talking, stop talking. I need a lover, not a friend tonight. I'm leaving, I'm leaving. I'm not cut out for the modern life.
I don't know, I guess being in London is kind of almost like being on tour anyway. There's always parties that I can never turn myself away from going.
For me, I think it was the first time I sort of like didn't even have to speak about music or being on tour. Went for walks in the mountains and stuff. It was really nice to do something completely different.
I came in here like 5 times. Yeah, but it was totally pointless. Shouldn't have done it. Well, recording in LA is, I don't know, we've been saying that, you could record on the top of Mount Everest as long as it's a studio with 4 walls, and it's going to kind of be the same, really, I think. We came to LA to record the album primarily because the producers that between us and the label, the ones we wanted to work with, were all based out here.
It is a treasure chest.
It's really nice to get away as well, I suppose.
Yeah, it would have been
go
pretty-
somewhere completely different.
We didn't want to record it in Liverpool really because we've recorded all the demos there anyway. And we've been in the practice room there, so it's kind of been a year and a half of constantly to and fro from the studio there. So it was nice. It is nice to get away and obviously get a bit of sun on our pasty white skin.
Shut up and move with me, or get out of my face.
Yeah, we never used to really like LA that much. I think that was because we used to come here and do a gig and then get off our face and feel dire for 3 days afterwards. So that's probably where all the bad vibes came from. And then now we seem to have either got used to it or be loving it more with each day.
I never knew I was a techno fan.
And here we are, El Dorado Studios, the place where albums are made and dreams are tested. Here we go.
This is not a weird.
Here's outside the studio. It's kind of a nondescript looking building, but it's been host to a whole other load of bands such as Hanson and My Chemical Romance, The Offspring,
Chaz and Dave.
No, I don't think they ever did record here, but
Shall we go inside and show you around?
yeah.
I put up a fight.
There's a lot of kind of bit of a Moroccan thing. Is it a Moroccan thing going on here?
Some guitars.
Few guitars.
And a banjo.
And this is
There's a stool here.
oh, it's a stool.
Was there a banjo on the first album?
Didn't make it on the first.
No, there was a ukulele, but you can't really hear it.
Right. There's a Steinway piano there, actually. There's a vocal chamber over there. I think we may have just found the guitar sound to end all guitar sounds last night. It sounded like Armageddon, but on a kind of larger scale.
What a great achievement it was to get a hotel room this late. I bet they charge by the hour here. The kind of place you should bring your own UV ray. It's not a big problem with me, love. You don't look hygienic anyway. I'm only here because I want to twist the structure of my average day.
I guess the idea of coming over and working with big producers and in these amazing studios is probably better than what actually happens when you get there, because when you get there it's just all work.
It's not like the studio makes the album. You have to put the work in yourself, so there's no point thinking that you're going to get an easy ride because you're in Abbey Road or you're in, wherever where someone made a classic album.
Don't mind, we feel nothing, so jump into the fog and know that we hit the ground up right. We feel nothing, so jump into the fog.
The first album was so easy and this one was so just mad and difficult in places. Still fun in parts, but it was a completely different experience.
Up until the last 2 weeks, I don't think we didn't know who we were going to record the last song with, and we hadn't finished another one of the songs. So we were literally just stressing out so much, and there were literally writing was going on right up until the very end.
Because I feel today deserves a truly sordid end.
If you let the pressure kind of get too much, then you end up shafting it anyway. It was more towards the end that the heat was on, really, because we'd taken so long and we wanted to get back out on the road and wanted to give our fans, something new, and we just wanted it finished, really.
We feel nothing, so jump into the fog. I just hope it's your brains that's got it, not mine. We feel nothing, so jump into the fog. In the hope that we hit the ground upright. We feel nothing, so jump into the fog. I
you know, especially this album, and obviously the first album as well, it was like a 4 or 5 year process. So all that energy and time that gets put into making the songs and stuff to finally play them live and like see people dancing, having a good time, and seeing people's response after, you know, it makes it so worthwhile. It's kind of, that's the payoff for all the hard work before, almost.
Jumping to the farm, jumping to the farm, jumping to the farm.
Here we are at the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts, which is commonly known as LIPA.
I'm back in Liverpool.
That's where we started, wasn't it, fellas?
Yeah, we got together. We started practicing on the 5th floor. I think that was our first ever practice.
Yeah.
First time I met you, I think you walked in. I was like, all right.
We're self-imploding.
Even though I left after a year, I still came in and we practiced here all the time and used the studios, and ended up meeting our like sound engineer, our tour manager went here, our manager went here.
Finally, I know now what it takes. It takes money and aeroplane.
I think when we were here, we were quite, you know, we were having a laugh and we were quite positive about our future, whether it was going to be in the band or not. It's quite a positive, you know, adventurous place.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a bubble as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a bubble and you can kind of get lost in it.
Every night, the grass will be greener on the other side, and the vampires and wolves won't sink their teeth. I'm sick of dancing with the beast.
We used to, like, for our courses, you could never get the studio at a decent, like, normal hour, because it was always booked up, you know, months in advance by the sound tech. So we'd end up going in from like 2 till 2 p.m. the next day.
We would do the zombie shift.
We'd do the zombie
basically.
shift.
Yeah, we did like 4 songs in one night, basically. Everything. That was
yeah.
everything.
That was like load in, do it all, and then like I remember the amount of times like
Vocals
loaded
and
out at
everything,
like
yeah.
7 or 8 in the morning with, you know, people coming in to start like lectures and stuff, and we'd be walking out just like shells of our former selves, but really made up that we just recorded 4 smashes in our heads.
In Tokyo, where the demons from my past leave me in peace. I'll be animated every night. The grass will be greener on the other side, and the vampires and wolves won't sink their teeth. I'm sick of dancing with the beast. No matter how much it needs me, go and follow someone else's lead.
Yeah, this is sort of like the Wombats wall, I suppose, in LIPA. Got the front cover from Enemy.
Where the demons from my past.
And it's good to see that they sort of remember us and see that they kind of like follow what's going on with us.
The grass will be greener on the other side, and the vampires and wolves won't sink their teeth.
Yeah, Liverpool is my home these days, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of my friends and family at home, but my flat and my neighbourhood is in Liverpool. So.
We didn't expect much, we just were having a good time, and it was like friends playing music as it is. And it's nice to still have a bit of the, just being able to be a bit carefree and be silly. And so I think that creeps in sometimes. But
This is the corridor, and it's kind of, what, 5 studios long here?
yeah.
Something to argue and scream about.
We recorded the first Moving to New York demo. How many demos of that did we do? 1.
3
3 demos.
different ones, yeah.
If you include the album version, is that 3?
That's 4.
Looks more confusing than it actually is, I think. Still haven't completely figured it out, though.
We did Here Comes the Anxiety in here as well, because we did that with Let's Dance,
Right.
I think.
Yeah. Could well have done, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
There was a phone call from a promoter in a bar that we might go and see in a bit, Hannah's, and at the time, I think it was literally as soon as we had 6 songs together that we could just about play. We were like hungry to play gigs, and we still have remained hungry really from that day, haven't we? It was I'm sure it was in that room.
I think it was
song,
this.
Definitely that.
No, don't think it was that one. We didn't practice much in that one.
This is where we wrote Moving to New York.
I remember Tord was stood over there with a bass, and it was like, was it like that Franz Ferdinand when they just come out and there was like, we were getting quite hard about the offbeat stuff. And
That was the first song that we'd done
And then
it
you were
with.
going like that looking at Tord, and then Tord went, it's a hit, and then we walked off.
From
Tord has
the
a
first time I
sense.
heard the riff, I was just like, yeah,
Tord knows
this
these
is the
things.
one. And he was the one.
We didn't get on with each other, I don't think. Couldn't imagine spending that much time with
If we didn't get
people
on with
that didn't get
each other, we wouldn't have been together now, I think.
Yeah.
And I think like as a band we're 3 like fairly different and sizable characters in our own right. So I think if you lose one of them, then it's nothing anymore.
Kind of level each other out.
Yeah. So this is the Paul McCartney Auditorium, where we've seen many a masterclass performed on that very stage there.
I remember it feeling a lot bigger
Yeah.
when we first played here.
It's definitely shrunk.
Fell asleep in a masterclass over there once.
Right. Liverpool's it's not that big of a city, but it's got so many. Music seems to be a part of everyone's lives almost. Within walking distance from here, there's like 10 bars you could play at, and loads of pubs have little like acousticy things or jazz nights. There's such a variety of nights, open mic things, and so it's a great city for musicians to be in. We didn't play outside of Liverpool for the first, 3 years or something, did we?
No one had booked us. This is a very, vibrant town, city, decades ago, and it still is, it still remains that today.
Want to drive us mad. I've just had the craziest week, like a party bag of lies, booze and then deceit, and I don't know why I want to voice this out loud. It's therapeutic somehow.
Behind us is 38 Pilgrim Street. We mixed and did some overdub recording for Moving to New York originally in that flat. Upstairs there were they had acoustic nights, and you could go in there and get a triple gin and lemonade for a fairly decent price, which would sort you out before a night out.
Yeah.
If you look down the road there, see that flat on that house on the corner? Up on the top floor, that's where Tord used to live.
We are in the upstairs bar in Hannah's Bar.
Yeah.
This is where we did our first ever gig. It's changed a lot since then.
it was like a £10 all you could drink night, and I remember you'd walk up and down the stairs and your feet would stick to the floor.
It's therapeutic somehow. So I'm moving to New York 'cause I've got problems with my sleep, and we're not the same, and I will wear that on my sleeve.
I think you do miss the struggle of kind of playing, you know, hiking your crappy guitar amp up 3 flights of stairs to find that the power's broke on the other end or whatever, and trying to find kettle leads in Liverpool at 7 p.m. at night or whatever is happening. It kind of adds to the, it kind of builds the gig up in a way, and it makes it kind of more exciting. So I guess we do miss that.
You know, actually getting on stage and getting to that point was as much of an achievement as actually doing the show.
And it's much more of a party atmosphere. It wasn't like you walk off stage to your dressing room and have a bit of hummus and, you know, a drink or whatever. It was kind of, you walk off stage
And
Into
the crowd.
Yeah, you go to the bar and get
they
a
tap you on the
drink.
back, you stick your guitar behind the bar and
feel like a rock star.
feel like a rock star for about 5 minutes, and then get absolutely arse and harled with your mates.
I will wear that on my sleeve. So I'm moving to New York 'cause I'm
Our set at Glastonbury was pretty amazing, but to be honest, we're quite bloodthirsty as well. So we don't have that many pinch yourself moments because we just want more.
We just want to keep pinching ourselves.
We want more pinches.
Yeah.